everyone, and welcome back to the Roger Reviews channel. And guys, today is Revenge of the Fifth. It is an awesome day to celebrate, sort of the darker side of the Force. And with that being said, let's review something that I just got on my birthday. That being the Amazon exclusive Emperor Palpatine and Throne from Star Wars The Black Series. Look at this box. It looks so amazing. You get this great artwork right here in the front with Palpatine sitting down in front of his massive window here in his throne room. And of course, you get that awesome Star Wars Black Series logo with the red outline around the font. You get the name of this deluxe figure playset, which is the Emperor Palpatine and Throne. On this side, you get more of the picture of like the interior, the name down there again, the same Star Wars Black Series logo right here, and some warnings on the bottom, and then the graphic continues here on this side. There's some other warnings, things like that on the bottom, and then you get that beautiful Star Wars Black Series logo yet again. But check this out. You slide this panel, and then, oh hi, you can see me. You get the figure within this window right here. Of course, being Palpatine sitting in his throne. You also get some of the accessories that are featured. You get his name, the Star Wars Black Series logo up here. Same siding. You also get this really cool artwork here in the back, and it has a description of the character. Here's the side, bottom, and the top. But I'll get him out, and we can go from there. And here he is out of the box. And checking out Palpatine, he looks awesome. I love the look of the figure. Looks incredible. So what I'll do is I'll start from top to bottom. Looking at the head sculpt, it looks incredible. It looks so much like Ian McDiarmid, and oh my gosh, the photoreal tech that they use on the face, it is mind-blowing. Look at that. It's a nice printing the eyes. Of course, you can lift down the hood and reveal his hair. The amount of wrinkles, oh my goodness. Look at that. That is crazy. Here's a better look at that face. That looks so good. And of course, he does have some decent movement right here in the top of the neck. So they're side to side, up and down. And now looking at the torso, immediately I fell in love with the soft goods robe and cape that he has. It looks incredible, as you can see already. He has like this sort of like a clip or this piece right here that connects the hood of his cape. And then of course you can see that soft goods fabric looks incredible, feels good as well. And then on top of that, I'm pretty sure you're going to get some really decent articulation instead of having to worry about that harder plastic. So again, love the robes right here. And then underneath, he does have like this undershirt or like this robe as well going right here. And it goes below the waist, leading up to this belt or like this sash. And then I just found out that you can actually take off the entire robe and get a better look right here. So as you can see, there's some nice wrinkles going throughout the main torso. And then like always, he does have a very nice ball joint right here at the lower waist. So there's plenty of movement. Look at that. And in a minute, I'll show with the robes so you guys get a better picture. But man, that mobility. For being an older man, he can surely move side to side, back, and forward. And then before I go on to the arms and put back on his robe, I guess I'll just do a quick demonstration. But he does have double elbows, so of course you get some nice movement. Look at that. Goes all the way up, things like that. So I'm always appreciative of that double elbow joint. And then, of course, it doesn't need any hiding or things like that because it's underneath his robe. So, still a nice touch. And you are going to need a lot of mobility. Do some cool poses with him, of course. So, yeah, going over the arms now. He is able to go about, well, all the way, but due to the robes, it kind of restricts him, but really cool. He does have like that butterfly joint right here near the shoulder, so he has some extra mobility. He does have a swivel, I can feel it right there. And then, like I mentioned before, double elbow and articulation at the wrist at the hand. The other side as well. Arm goes out right there. Can go all the way around, but due to the cloak, it does restrict him a bit. Not too much. Does a double elbow right here, swivel at the shoulder, and articulation at the wrist at the hand. Looking at the waist, like I mentioned before, it does run down with this sash that runs right here. It is made with a looser plastic, so it's a little bit more easier to move around. It goes around his waist and leads down into, again, soft goods for the rest of his robe. Looking at the legs, he doesn't go into a full-on split. Of course, like, this set shows, he can sit down, thankfully. And then his legs go back pretty good. And then right here, I can feel that there is a swivel near the thighs. And let me see right here. Yep, he does have double knee joints, so that's good to know, which means that he can go pretty far back with those knee joints, a little bit over, the occasional kneeling position, so they go pretty far back. And then lastly, looking at the boots, he has these nice glossy black boots, and like you guys saw already, they do point down right there, like it was showing right there with the chair. They do point up, and there is rocker ankles to get some cool action poses. And now looking at the accessories, he comes with his cane. Looking at the cane, it does come in this solid black, color for the plastic and for the most part of the accessory. And it looks really cool. Has some nice detail running throughout it. And I like the grip. Looks really nice. He does hold onto the cane very nicely, as you can see right there. Up next, he comes with interchangeable heads. He comes with a smiling or smirk expression, and then this crazy looking angry expression. So to swap out the head, you just want to shimmy off the head off the ball joint, just as so. And then you can just press down firmly until it's on there. And man, that really makes a difference. Here he is with that smiling or smirk expression. And then that crazy angry expression. My gosh, look at the amount of detail. Again, great job with that photoreal tech. Up next, he comes with the lightning hands. Checking out the lightning hands. My gosh, these are some of the coolest accessories I've seen. And for being, swappable hands, these really make a difference. I mean, I'll show you guys a closer look in a minute, but I love how this runs down from being, this solid piece with his hand, and then it just slowly runs into this lighter tone for the lightning bolts, and then it just flushes out. Check out the change from like the tips of his fingers, and then how I mentioned how it runs down into this lighter blue, and then it slowly changes to a darker tone. To change the hands, just like with the head, you want to shimmy off the hands, and then from there you can then place the peg inside, just like that. I'll do it for this side as well. It's really easy to swap them out, and then you can of course fix up the character, things like that. Wow, check that out. That is super cool. That is awesome, and that makes for some of the greatest moments that you can do with this character. Whether it's a photo shoot or something, you can do it when he's shocking Luke Skywalker, or just any type of moment in general with him using Force Lightning is really cool. And last but not least, let's move on to the next part of this, deluxe set, which is his throne. Checking out the throne, it looks very impressive. And oh my gosh, you can see the amount of detail they put into it. It looks just like it came out of the film. And it's the perfect scale, too. So I'm really happy to finally have this in my collection. I am very happy to have not just Palpatine, but the throne in general in my collection, just because Return of the Jedi is my favorite Star Wars film. And that moment when you get to see Palpatine, you know, sitting in his throne and encountering Vader and Luke right there and then inside the throne room is easily one of my favorite, scenes throughout the film. But man, they did a great job with it. You can see right here the main body of the chair is inside of this like very shiny plastic with the black coloring going throughout it, and then you get this purple for the seat. So as a review of this deluxe figure playset, I love it. I am literally speechless right now because, like I mentioned many times throughout this video, I love this whole scene right here. I've been wanting to create it with my collection, and now I can. Going off of the figure, Emperor Palpatine is really cool. And like you guys saw, the joints, there's nothing getting in the way too much. You can easily sit him down like he is right now. And the chair. Having the throne finally, oh my gosh, I am just like really excited right now. It really brings it all together, literally. Whether you're trying to do a cool photo shoot, which I'm probably going to do in a minute, or just in general for your collection or things like that, get your hands on this Amazon exclusive before it sells out, because I guarantee it is going to sell out pretty fast. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And with that said, if you haven't already, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram. And I'll catch you all on the next one.